The Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
Welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake Flynn, Alondra Tate, all here with you today. And this weekend, LSU baseball will get started, defending that national championship they won a year ago. And I know a lot of y'all listening are excited, and a lot of y'all will be inside of Alec Box Stadium to watch the Tigers take the field. We're going to give you a little preview here of what you can expect. So, Alondra being our baseball correspondent without a doubt, and somebody I would assume is going to be in the box at some point this weekend.
I'll definitely be out on Friday. I would like to get out there Saturday and Sunday as well, but we'll just see what happens. But yeah, I cannot wait. I've been waiting since very patiently since like maybe the middle of football season for LSU. Yeah. Like LSU season was not.
As soon as they lost to Vanderbilt?
As soon as they lost to Vanderbilt, I'm not going to lie, I was checked out and ready for some LSU baseball. And who isn't, because they are favorites to go back-to-back this season. Yep. And we were talking about it a little bit last week. The quote-unquote down year that Jay Johnson had was making a regional. Like, did we host it? No.
Yeah, and one that you're a couple pitches away from hosting
that we
Supers.
Almost won and almost hosted the Supers. So we know who Jay Johnson is, just relentless, a winner, like a true, real winner. And, like, could not be happier that that's who we have at LSU. Like, we're truly blessed.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, to have Jay Johnson at LSU. So, very, very excited. You mentioned that we do have a lot of people returning, which is, like, a very good and important core, like Derek Curiel, Stanfield, Jake Brown. Like, Jake Brown's been here for a while, so he's like really a veteran, and
feels like a big year for him too. To kind of put it all together, and now
he came on strong at the end last year.
You're right. He put it all together because he couldn't. I don't think he was given opportunities, but he wasn't given like a full season ever to just like go off. And I think that he can make it happen. And like he's been being developed under Jay Johnson, who we know is great at doing that with his players. Yeah. So excited to see what Jake Brown's going to do. For catcher, we're likely to see Cade Arrambide. He had a huge fall.
Aaron Beatty's somebody that you could see flashes last year as a freshman for sure.
Especially on the offense. Yeah. Like it was like the offense was hit or miss and the defense was as well. But when he was on, he was on. Like from what I've heard about him through the fall, I'm excited to see what Cade Arrambide is going to do this season. And then at first base, probably the one I'm the most excited for, Big Papi, Zach York.
I know Flynn's the most excited about him as well.
Coming from Grand Canyon University. You know Grand Canyon? You familiar with their game?
It's one of the biggest student bodies of any college in America. Pretty sure Bryce Drew is the head basketball coach at Grand Canyon.
Yes. I had no idea. Yeah. Well, he had a 328 batting average in his career at Grand Canyon, 32 home runs, and 157 RBI, but also he's a great first baseman, a 993 fielding percentage for him over there. So very excited to see what Zach York can do. We love a big body god around here.
Yes, we do.
And his walk-up song is Big Papa. I don't know what more you could ask out of a first baseman.
6'2", 295 in the program.
Was also a DH for a little bit, too. Yeah. So if, like, for some reason he's not going to play first base, could probably DH.
Dude, a couple biscuits away from 300.
We can get him there.
I was about to say, here in Louisiana, like I could see him getting
Michael
up there.
Johnson, he can get him there.
Yeah, for sure. And then at second base, I don't know from what I've been trying to read if they've definitively said who's going to be the starting second baseman, but I would expect Braden Simpson, coming from High Point, had 22 home runs in 2025. Seth Dardar is also another option that you might see there. He is coming from, why can't I remember where he's from? I can't remember. But maybe see Seth Dardar and obviously.
Kansas State, right?
I think.
Yeah. Dardar's from Kansas State.
He's
Okay,
also
I thought
been
Cooper
tearing
Moore-
the cover off the ball.
Because Seth Dardar is originally
Kansas.
from
Yeah, you're right.
Mandeville,
Yeah,
but then went to Kansas State.
you're right. And then obviously we have Tanner Reeves still that is also in the mix for second base. So I don't know for sure yet. I don't know if it's been said, but from what I've been seeing and hearing from Hunt, Braden Simpson is likely to be your starter there. And shortstop needs no introduction. We all love him. Our favorite, Monster Milam. I cannot wait to see him again. He's got the OTB Hour 2 open as his walk-up song.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
nice.
at
Hell
third-
yeah.
Friend of the show,
Rivers
Stephen
all
Milam.
Yeah.
wet. Rivers all wet for him?
Yeah, the river's all wet for Stephen Milam.
Hell yeah.
Third base, this might be, I know I'm like joking about Zach York, but for real, like Trent Caraway, I might be the most excited to see this season and see how he does here at LSU because he did great at Oregon State, was the MVP of the Corvallis Regional.
Yep.
Is number 29 in D1's top 50 third baseman. So I am very, very excited to see Trent Caraway. Like if there's one that I'm looking for and looking out for, it's him. I think he's set to have a great season. And then what everybody is wondering about, everybody's biggest question is always the bullpen.
It's deep.
It's very deep. Kason Evans, I know he was in the pen and he would come out of the pen, but I feel like he proved himself and is very, very, very likely to be your Friday night starter. Yeah. You lose Kate Anderson and Anthony Ianson, obviously, but Kason Evans stepped up in a huge way last season out of the bullpen and the couple of times that he was a starter. William Schmidt, if we remember him from last season, he was like the midweek starter for a while. Yeah. Then he moved to
It looked like he was about.
weekends.
Remember, it looked like he was about to take like a step and then never.
Jay threw him in the midweek a ton last year.
Yeah.
And that was his midweek guy.
He mostly threw in the midweek, but he was in the weekend rotation a couple of times.
Because remember we had Jay on and he had like a big performance. He's like, yeah, you might not see him on a weekday again, and then he kind of went a little bit of a slump and.
But
fought his way back a little bit.
Very high ceiling for William Schmidt.
Yeah.
And Hunt thinks that it's kind of his position to lose.
Right,
in
at least
the
a spot,
rotation.
yeah.
So look out for Cooper Moore, though, if it's not going to be William Schmidt. Cooper Moore is coming from Kansas. He had a 3.96 ERA in 88 innings. So he is looking also really good. But I hear from what I've read and heard, William Schmidt has he has fixed what was ailing him last season.
Yeah.
So I would expect maybe to see William Schmidt in the starting weekend rotation instead of the midweek. But if he does end up losing that, I would look to Cooper Moore to see what he does. And then Cooper Williams is another starter that you have an option for that was here last season.
And do we assume Zach Cowan is just going to be a bullpen, even though he's got so much starting experience,
I
just
think
because
so.
that's his role here?
Yeah, that's it. But he also does have it from Wofford.
Yeah.
And he can't, if y'all remember the Arkansas game, it was not his fault at all that we were down versus Arkansas and we had to make that comeback. Like, even when he started versus Arkansas, he did his job.
What an incredible piece to have a veteran guy who's been through the fire before that you can kind of put wherever. And if he has a spot start, you can get, very quality innings, even against a team like Arkansas.
Whenever he announced that he was coming back, I was very excited about that because of what you just said, like the experience. He did well in a starting role. He does well out of the pen. And Nate Yeske, I'm sure, has developed a couple of more pitches and some movement with him. So excited to see Zach Cowan. And like I said, Trent Caraway might be the one that I'm the most excited about. Devin Sheeran's going to be coming back as well. He was out all last season from Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Had a torn ACL, so he was recovering from that all last season. And we still have Maverick Rizzi, the tallest person that I've ever seen, and DJ Primo's still out there as well. So got a deep pin. Got some great options for weekend starters and midweek starters. So I'm not saying that they're going to go back-to-back, but
you have a chance to.
They really do. Objectively, LSU is in a really good position to go back-to-back for the first time since 1996.
Who was the last DJ?
Primo.
We got some good names.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good name.
That's some really good names.
Don't forget, he's been out for about a year and a half, but Gavin
Maverick
Guidry's
Rizzi.
coming back to
Maverick
the staff.
Rizzi is a solid.
It's such a great
Yeah.
Like
name.
nobody's beating LSU in the
Maverick
name game.
Rizzi? Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
It's probably
Monster. Given name, obviously.
By the way, you were talking about him a little bit, Jake. Cooper Moore's going to start on this team. Like he's going to start on this team.
Yeah.
He was 7-3 last year. Like he screams Sunday to me because he doesn't have overwhelming stuff, but he's just really, really accurate. And like with William Schmidt, if he can do what Ty Floyd did, because the stuff's there. If he can if he can get it under control, like you have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday of Evans, Schmidt, Cooper Moore, you have an advantage over everybody you play pretty much.
Yeah, there's a lot of new names I'm excited about. Trent Carraway is a good pull Alondra. That's somebody from Oregon State that started on a College World Series team and didn't have his best year, but still solid numbers as far as showing the power. The average was down, but that's somebody that if he comes in, knowing what Jay Johnson, that staff's done with guys in the past that have had that talent, looking for maybe that one last thing to propel them to being, a star in college baseball, he feels like somebody that has that ability to him. So looking forward to seeing how third base kind of plays out. You did mention Seth Dardar coming over from Kansas State, certainly going to get a long look as well. Probably the thing I'm most excited about, though, is going to be, Jake Brown. And can he become the superstar that we know he has the ability to become? Like the first 2 years, to your point, Alondra, like it's been
he's been kind of like
he's
in
been a
the
platoon
rotation,
player a little bit.
Yeah.
Against lefties, he's been out of the lineup from time. This is a year where it doesn't matter who's on the mound. Like Jake Brown's got to deliver.
He is fully.
And he's got the talent to do it.
Yeah, he's going to fully be in the lineup, fully going to be out in right field. So I'm excited for Jake Brown, but everybody always talks about like how we always are looking for a Sunday guy.
Yeah.
I feel like you might have but every team is like that. Obviously, your Sunday starter's not going to be as good as your Friday guy and your Saturday guy, but
It's almost like
I love the way this bullpen is shaping up.
Well, when you're talking about Sundays, it is almost like you do have a lot of options, but then it becomes a question. Like, let's say that Zach Cowan becomes like an option where you need somebody to stabilize Sunday. It's like, is it worth it having him on Sundays in that role, or is it worth having him to give you extended innings like he did so many times last year? Like, those are conversations you have to have
This
because
sounds
you
like
have
the conversation we had a year ago. We had this conversation with Evans and
I think
Zach Cowan.
Jay,
Did he start Alondra in the rotation last year at the beginning of the
Cowan?
season? Yeah.
I think for a little bit, and then he got turned into like the
Yeah.
middle. But I can't remember if he did at the beginning of the season or
I know.
not, to be honest. But
A long time ago.
I think Jay has proved that he'll put them where he needs them to be.
Yeah.
Like with Case and Evans last season and with Zach Cowan last season. So to answer your question, I think it's just kind of like, let's see what happens. And I'm not saying like we're Friday night or Friday afternoon, we're going to go out to the box and Case and Evans is going to be out on the mound. Like, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just going off of who was super clutch last season. Like, I don't know the rotation for a fact. That's just my prediction. But
how about a name that is on this team that's been here forever?
Mm-hmm.
Went through injury last year, but it's been a big piece of a national championship team, Gavin Guidry.
Dude, he's been out for a year and a half.
I feel like I haven't seen, or I mean, obviously because last year it was the old he's hurt.
Yep.
We don't really know, maybe a couple of weeks, and then it turned into the entire year.
Yeah.
Like
I think it was a
obviously,
back
like
thing.
it sounds bad. I don't mean you can't count on him, and I mean that because of the injury history, and like you never know. But that's something that has been. He closed out a national championship already in his career. So if you get something from Gavin Guidry that's close to what he gave you early in his career,
for sure, he was nails as
yeah.
a closer.
Well,
So-
He had that psycho in him.
yeah,
It speaks to the depth of the bullpen, right? Like she brought up Devin Sheeran a few minutes ago. People forget about him because he was hurt all last year. Gavin Guidry's been hurt a year and a half. Like these are two guys that could be potentially two of your best arms out of the bullpen that people just kind of forgot about because of injury.
Yeah.
Like if those two guys emerge, you can do anything you want.
right, Matt?
Well, hell yeah.
We're just schooling him.
We're gonna, as long as we lead the country in dingers and suicide squeezes, I'll be happy boy. don't even have to be successful. I just want the attempts. It's exciting. But one of the most exciting plays in sport.
Suicide squeeze, absolutely.
And a dinger.
Especially when Lynn Rollins is on the call.
Oh, yeah.
Hug her up and kiss that baby goodbye.
There's nothing better than a midnight home run with Lynn Rollins.
That's true. Especially one
A
like
walk-off
Barry Jones hit.
where you
over
walk
center
off
field.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the
Shut
year,
your
though,
mouth,
everybody.
Tony.
What?
The year. This is the year.
That.
I get locked in.
Okay.
Not just for like a postseason run because I just took a new job talking about sports. This is where we get locked in.
So you're just soaking in all that information
I'm
during that
soaking
segment.
it in.
Okay.
It was
All right. I know we've talked about 1,000 names, and that's what it feels like LSU has. Jaden Newt also gave you some big moments last year when he had to. That's another player that coming out of high school, if you remember, incredibly highly rated, and you can see flashes of the stuff. That's somebody to pay attention to, maybe continuing to elevate and being a part of this team in a big way. So
I just went to go look at it because I truly could not remember. Cowan he didn't start until, he started at Wofford, but he didn't start until like the tournaments later on in the season.
I couldn't remember if there was like two or three weekends where it's like,
I was
okay,
trying
let's
to remember
see.
that too because I kind of wanted him to be the starter.
I think we did. I think we were trying to will him to be in there, but I guess Jay Johnson knows what he's doing.
I was rewriting history in my own head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess I should just listen to Jay.
We'll have Jay on later in the week to give you a preview as well, and we'll continue to talk LSU baseball. And when we come back here, nice job, Alondra. Appreciate that.
Yep.
When we come back here, we'll do a little OTB mailbag. So go ahead and get your questions inside the Bayou Ford chat. We'll get to as many as we can in the next segment. We'll do it right here on OTB live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, when it comes to your money, you want a bank that actually knows your name, not just your account number. And that is why we trust First American Bank and Trust here on OTB. They have been serving our communities for a century with real relationships, smart financial solutions, and that kind of personal service you just don't get anywhere else. So whether it's personal banking, business banking, home loans, or you're helping plan for what's next, they have got you covered. It's a local decision making. We talk about that. They don't go up to the Northeast, the West Coast, the Midwest. It is made right here in Louisiana. They are trusted advisors, real support when it matters the most. Visit them online at fabt.com. That's fabt.com.
So First American Bank and Trust. Look, if you have a family that's growing and you need a bigger house, if you have a business that's growing and you need a bigger office or warehouse, whatever it is, and you're looking for a bank to loan you, make a loan for you that's making a local decision, make sure it's First American Bank and Trust, fabt.com.
– 2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Ochsner Health, because when it comes to taking care of Louisiana, nobody does it like Ochsner Health. They're not just leading the way in healthcare across the state. They're right here investing in our athletes, our families, and our future. And that's why when we were coming up with Elite Training Academy, we partnered with Ochsner, and it has been a great partnership for us and will be for you as well. From world-class sports medicine and performance specialties to everyday primary care, Ochsner brings the same level of expertise to every single patient, whether you're training for game day or just trying to stay healthy for your family. Louisiana trusted, nationally recognized. Learn more at Ochsner.org. Ochsner Health, innovation that changes and saves lives. I felt you hovering over this table during that baseball
Like
conversation.
literally was so checked out.
Yeah.
No, I think I nailed it.
I think the
Credit to
word
myself
count
for that
was
segment.
4.
I don't
was
even
about-
know if we hit 4.
It was about dingers and suicide squeezes.
Yeah. That's what
Hey, Jay loved your suicide squeeze question.
He really did.
I mean,
what'd you get mine?
He went from calling it a safety squeeze
Oh, yeah.
to,
Well, you know. I'm just telling you now, Jay's probably going to come on Thursday.
yeah, I'll be locked on.
So put it in your calendar.
Yep.
The questions.
How do you think Skeens will do this year?
For the
Sorry,
Pirates?
I'm trying to
Pretty
like
good.
I want to go back to the safety squeeze thing real quick. What did you say? What, like, for real? Because I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to figure out if you think safety squeeze and suicide squeeze is the same thing.
No,
Okay.
I know the difference.
Okay.
A little bit.
Sorry, I was trying to like I'm being for real.
I'm assuming he doesn't safety. He doesn't go until
Until it's
ball makes
punted.
contact.
Right.
And suicide, you're
Yeah,
You're
I want it all
running.
in. Yeah, I want
You're
it all
going
in.
with the
Immediately.
pitch.
Oh yeah, that's what we want.
Okay. You got it?
Oh yeah.
You good?
I'm locked in, baby. Stitch
All
up.
right.
I love small ball.
Long Beach State, dirtbags. All right, let's go to a little OTB mailbag.
I have this special delivery for off the bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
They'll be writing to you.
The internet.
What the is the internet?
All right, hashtag OTB mailbag. Favorite king cake flavor and where is it from?
I'm not picky on where from. I love a strawberry cream cheese.
Strawberry cream cheese.
Yep.
Okay. Matthew, where's your favorite cinnamon king cake from?
Cinnamon. Well, a decent amount of people. Wow.
I like cinnamon as well, so I'm not hating on you. That's Taylor that gave you the groan.
The one we got this year was Dong Fong.
Okay.
There's another one I got out of New Orleans that was really good. I'll think of the name, Razzo's or something like that.
Randazzo's.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, that was good.
I've never even had it and I knew the name
I
of
did,
it.
me too.
Yeah. Well,
I've had it, but Alondra?
I would say a cream cheese one.
Okay.
I guess Oak Point. I don't venture out on like king
Yeah.
cakes a lot.
I'll be honest with you.
All the good ones are also in New Orleans, so I'm not gonna go like all the
Yeah,
like
there's some
quote
good- there's
unquote
some-
good ones.
Yeah, there's some really good ones here,
Yeah.
but I mean, famously New Orleans. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like a king cake snob. As long as it's not dry.
I'm really not either.
As long as it's not dry.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
That's why I don't eat the plain cinnamon.
But I've had plain cinnamon that's not dry though.
I look at a plain cinnamon king cake and say,
monster
Tough
flavor.
nuts.
Yeah.
I just look at a plain cinnamon king cake and I'm like, this is a crappy cinnamon roll.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's just kind of the same thing as a cinnamon roll.
Weird
Like,
take.
It's got
All right.
icing on it.
We realized, like, really as a Flynn family that, like, we like a king cake, but we don't love a king cake. And I know that's a hot take, and that's not a great thing to say in South Louisiana. Like, we always get a king cake. We go, we do the thing, we get the king cake, we get, like, we wait in line, we put our name in the waiting list and
Yeah.
all that stuff. We
Yeah.
get it, and we enjoy a piece.
Yeah.
Maybe for 2 days, maybe 2 pieces total. But, like, my kids never finish them. Like, their slice, I eat, like, 1 or 2 slices, and then the half of it just sits there for 2 weeks.
Really?
And
I would
like-
say I'm the biggest fan of the king cakes in my home.
Yeah, and I know that is not a great thing. It's not a great look for us.
Okay.
I don't think that's necessarily a hot take. It's like they're good. I always look at a king cake and I'm like, if these were available year round, would people like them
would.
as much?
Right.
Like I wouldn't.
I mean, they're delicious. Don't get me
Yes,
wrong.
they're good.
But it's just like anything, especially when you hit the 40 age, like you weigh the pros and cons of every bite you take. Like, how bad do I want to feel? I want to burp for the next
How
8
bad do you
hours.
want it, and what are you willing to sacrifice to achieve it?
And if I'm going to intake this, is there anything else I'd prefer
Yeah.
to have over it right now?
Yeah.
Just had that situation. I'm not that.
Yeah, my problem is I would have like a piece of king cake for dinner over like something salty.
Yeah, but you're a real sweet guy.
I am.
You're a sweet guy. I'm more of a savory dude.
Let's see. I had to go. Hashtag OTB mailbag. If y'all four were an infield, name the positions. I got this easy. It's not even hard. Flynn's the shortstop. I'm the third baseman. Alondra's first base, and Taylor's 2nd. Pretty easy. Feel strong about that.
Yeah,
too.
I could play either corner.
Yeah.
If I screw up though, ironically, only infield position I never played was second.
I don't know. I feel like Flynn's got to be the shortstop. He's
Yeah.
got the best arm.
Golden glove.
I think me and
Golden
Alondra
glove,
could
too.
both play both corner positions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with her. I bet she's got more flexibility probably at first than I do. I'm not
Maybe.
very
I'm not that
very
flexible.
flexible.
I'm not that
My
mobile.
stretch is not going to be something that's going to be great. And Tay-Tay's probably got quick feet, so we're going to put him at
I
second.
really do feel like you nailed that. Me and Taylor could turn a mean double play.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
And if the coach asks me to shift, I'm going to call him number 1 real quick. Nah. On this side, coach.
Although
I hate a shift.
Played a lot of second in my life. I played second for our intramural softball team.
Yeah.
I caught for a little bit.
Flynn played rover on our intramural softball
Hell
team.
yeah. It's a little floater
Joe Lawrence
out there.
was our shortstop.
Yeah, I was the shortstop growing up, but I probably wasn't playing over Joe Lawrence.
So we've told this story before, but we had Joe Lawrence who played football at LSU, but he played Major League Baseball before that, and he was on our intramural softball team. And I'll never forget, him and I turned like a double play in intramural softball, and the other team was like pretty much protesting that it's like he's an LSU student. This is softball, not baseball, so yeah, he can play.
Yep.
And then
Is that
Kyle Williams
why-
hit a 400-foot bomb, and they
Is
get
that
even more mad.
why they ended up rolling out the illegal bats on us?
Yeah,
That's the only reason we lost.
yeah. The top
I remember
team.
playing
dorks.
The
outfield
torpedo
one game.
bats. Y'all had those?
We played like one game. I was in the outfield. These are pretty deep fields. And these
my
guys were
God.
playing the guys that worked at the intramural fields.
Yeah.
In the championship game. They
Yeah.
had these bats. And I'm sitting there on the fence
Yep.
watching this ball travel about 50 feet ahead of me, and I can hear it just going.
Yeah. I
Still
remember
going.
they hit one, and I remember you just going.
I was just right at the fence. I just heard it humming. It
Didn't even move his
I think
feet.
it hit the sorority houses. Hit the Coyote house.
Yeah.
I caught a little bit when I was playing before high school, and then my freshman year of high school, I caught.
Yeah, I
and it
caught.
was-
Yeah.
I
But-
did.
But in softball, like slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
We put Peter Dykowski back
Oh
there.
yeah. I'll say catching was not my.
I love catching.
It was
Oh,
not my.
love it.
I liked it. It was
The
not my
gear,
strong suit.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Love the gear.
I
I love the
never-
throwdowns.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
All right, let's see. Hashtag OTB Mailbag. Have y'all drove a stick shift vehicle? And if so,
Never in my life.
Why was it? I drove a Porsche 944.
My dad had a 1970 dark red Firebird, and that's how I learned how to drive stick shift. Doesn't have it anymore. Somebody ran into the back of him and it totaled it.
I
And,
can barely
he
drive
was-
a regular car.
He hated that, but yeah, I learned a little bit. I mean, it's been a long time. I'd probably be pretty rough at it, but he told me a little bit on that.
Lacey had a Mini Cooper when she was in college, and I learned on that. She taught me actually in the parking lot, like behind the old Alex Box Stadium, because we were going to Italy for like our honeymoon or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
She's
And I
like,
was
you gotta learn.
I was like, I probably need to learn.
Yeah.
Well, I learned a little bit. Definitely stalled out on some roundabouts in Italy. Freaked out.
Yeah, even if you know how to do it, like sometimes because I grew up like knowing how to do it, and like kind of like one of the first cars I drove was, we just call it standard. I don't know, like stick shift. I know there's another way to say it, but we call it a standard, and that's how I learned. And I remember I was moving in college, and I had to borrow Sean Jordan's truck, who it was a stick shift, like that's what it was, and like that's what he always drove, and you get it, and all of a sudden and you don't, and it's like you're stalling out, and you're on nicotine, like, oh god.
Yeah,
you got to start back
it's
over,
humbling.
but-
Like, I didn't know how hilly Baton Rouge was till I started driving that stick shift around.
Yeah.
It's being sarcastic 'cause it's not hills, but
Right, I
if
knew
you
what you
see
meant.
any kind of incline, but I did drive a stick shift. I went to an event in Talladega where I drove an NASCAR. Stick shift.
You did?
I was going like 170, baby. Left turn. Left turn. Left turn. It was awesome. Hey, I'm going to go, turn left. South Park episode.
Great question in the chat here.
Okay.
Would Matt keep his hazards on while driving a stick in an empty parking lot?
Potentially, because it is a hazard.
If it,
It's a
yeah, it
hazardous
is a hazard.
situation.
Yeah.
This morning, we had low skies. It's pilot talk right there. A lot of fog this morning. It was nearly.
It's foggy. Yeah.
It was nearly hazard lights weather. I couldn't see anything.
This might be your worst take.
Got some now. I mean, we all do, but he really goes.
No, but the hazards one.
Yeah, it's
I can't think of one that I'm like, okay.
I saw somebody on interstate
With
had
them?
their hazards on because it was like no, it wasn't even on interstate. It was
You,
like
you turned them on with them. You were like, I got you.
Yeah, it was on the regular. It was on the regular roads before interstate, and that like it was real foggy. I could barely see in front of me this morning. But he had his hazards on, and I was he couldn't see me, but I tipped my cap to him.
You rolled down the window, gave him the little
tough.
Respect, sir.
Hashtag
Tear
OTB
came to his eye.
Mailbag. I'm taking my girlfriend to her first NOLA Mardi Gras parade in Endymion. And which restaurant to take her to that is not Commander's Palace Emeralds? I'm taking her to Jock's. It depends on what, I guess, cuisine
Yeah.
that you're looking for. Irene's like is Italian, but I don't know. Are you looking for like Creole food? Or are you looking for like classic New Orleans food?
So
Irene's is Italian. Got a little date night feel to it.
I mean, everywhere in the quarter is gonna be an S show.
I know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
I
even
mean-
want to go eat over there.
Yeah, go uptown.
first time I ever went to this restaurant was actually because it was right where we were standing for Endymion. The restaurant Luke, very underrated in New Orleans.
All right,
It's
very good.
inside the Hilton on St. Charles, really close to where Endymion rolls. I've been a few times, really good. Like they got
yeah.
I've been
traditional
there.
New
Yep.
Orleans, but like you can get really good burgers there. They got a little bit of everything.
Kingfish is a little bit like that too. Like I'm not saying it's like by any means like oh my gosh that's the like the place you have to go, but like it's good service, it's good food, it's consistent. You can always count on it for like a quick easy lunch.
Nice and breezy.
Yeah. If you want your belly to be full, it's a great spot to go to. It's good food. I'm just a lot of locals wouldn't go there, but if you're coming from out of town, you know what I mean?
Why not? Dude, the
I mean that
tourist
in a very positive way. I like it. Good. Good question, though. We've got a lot of questions coming in today. All right, one more because I can feel that clock leaning on
food.
me.
We can carry this over.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it can. It's our show.
Yeah, we can.
Well, yeah,
We did get confirmation, by the way. I just checked my phone from Joe Lawrence. He said those bats were absolutely illegal.
They were 100% illegal. There's no
Shout
way.
out to my guy, Joe.
Those
Shout out
guys-
Joe Law. J Law.
There's no way those guys are hitting it farther than Kyle Williams and Weldon Fromeyer.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, come on.
I haven't heard that name in 20 years.
You're welcome.
Kyle Williams did hit tanks, though.
Yep.
We had a former LSU great that told us he was really good at baseball, and he hit leadoff for us because he told us how good he was, and he went to a very, 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 very good baseball program school in Louisiana. And
Year 2003.
he quickly went down the lineup,
Yep.
way down.
Your 2003 Sugar Bowl MVP.
Yeah, way down. I took over the leadoff duties from that.
Out.
I only hit one though. I felt like you hit more. I remember I only hit one bomb.
I had a couple bombs.
And then real
I was
softball.
like single double specialist. Every now and then hit a bomb.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, but you are looking at two-time Green Bay Packer charity softball
I believe you.
home run derby champion. Right here.
I believe you. Matt was always like, kind of like looked like he was like swinging an axe, and he'd get that top spin on it. In a good way. It's not like like you swung down on the ball, you get that top spin.
Remember, I nearly took Austin Baines' head off it a couple years ago. At the
You
charity
almost did.
softball.
But who won that game though?
I don't remember.
We did. We did.
Lame.
Now bring the biz. All right, we'll take a break. We appreciate that. There's some really good ones still in there. Maybe we find our way back to some of those questions. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is the website for Gulf Coast Office Products. They are your leader in office solutions. I mean, that's why every single year, like whenever the business report comes out, you don't even really have to look at it. Like we know who's going to be number one. It's always going to be Gulf Coast Office Products, and that's in Baton Rouge, that's in Lafayette, that's in Mandeville, that's in New Orleans. They have got the state covered, and that's why your favorite team trusts them. The Saints, the Pelicans, the Tigers, the Raging Cajuns, and they are really the only go-to source if you are in a law firm, if you're in an engineering firm, if you are a bank, a university, and you know that documents are going to be your lifeline, well, that lifeline's always going to be supported by Gulf Coast Office Products.
That's right, Gulf Coast Office Products. You know that paper trail at your office is really the lifeline of how a whole office operates. And when that technology goes down, well, the office cannot work at full capacity. You don't get the most bang for your buck right there at your office. So whatever the size is, make sure GCOPNet is taking care of you. GCOPNet.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All I ever wanted was an ice cold Dos Equis, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Top at
All right.
top.
Maybe two? What do we call that, Alondra, in Spanish? What do we call two?
Dos?
Yeah, we call that going for dos. That's exactly right. Well done. So if you're looking for a good time, a great time, if you're looking to kick your feet up, if you're tailgating in the parking lot of a certain baseball series coming up this weekend, the only way that you need to do it is going for dos. And maybe go past dos. I don't know. That's up to you responsibly, of course. But
Personal decision.
feels like a great time, as it always is. What's the sound effect you like to make? To do that in the parking lot, getting ready for the Tigers in the box.
Mardi Gras this weekend?
It's true, too. It's very true. Oh, man.
I'm going to have some Dos Equis.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Let me mentally prepare myself to go to Spanish Town for the first time ever. I'm getting
I'm trying
warned
to think
already.
if I've ever been to, I don't think I've been to Spanish Town.
It's
I don't think
raunchy
so.
from what
Yeah.
I heard.
I've never been either.
From what I've heard, it's a little out there.
Okay.
T-Bub used to hate me, well, for multiple reasons, but also my parade take. I don't get it. I'm just not a parade guy.
I'm really not too, but I'm trying to just do it.
No, I mean I love parades.
I think I'm just not a crowd person.
I don't even mind crowds. If the parking and getting in and get out situation's not bad, I'm all good.
Yeah. That's the other part of it.
Like parades are perfect. Like couple hours, they are what you make them. You can get as wild or as laid back as you want to. You're gonna be surrounded by a lot of good friends. You're outside, fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting in and out that's always a little tricky. You got to have a plan.
I know.
We don't do a lot of parades.
Have you been to Spanish Town?
I have not.
Yeah, me neither.
I haven't done. We haven't done
think so.
legit done a parade in a while. And it's just time of life, man.
Yeah.
It's a little challenge unless you have for me with kids, it's like you look for the convenient setup. Like, do I know somebody there? Do I have access to a bathroom?
If you're trash rangers, you do, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, obviously. This year, expect to see those red
So
cans
basically,
everywhere.
you're saying you want everybody to do the work, and you and the Flynns just come in and enjoy it.
Well,
Which
no,
is fine.
I mean somebody else
I
builds
get
the
it.
That's
bathroom.
how I would
sure.
want to be.
Yeah.
That's how I would want to do
See,
it.
typically, so my wife is the one that puts all the things together. Now she's incredible and she enjoys that.
Yeah.
right? And so, like, oftentimes we're not the people that get to, like, and again, by choice and design, like, just walk right in. Like, Katie's a party planner, and like I said, Super Bowl, we had 50 people at our house. So, like, we're never, very rarely are we in that where we get to just walk in. Now, when we go back to Mardi Gras in Shreveport, like, my mom has a setup, and she's got lots, and they kind of do everything, and it's kind of nice to have that, you know, one time where we get to just kind of, like, walk in, and we get a chance to just be a part of the setup. So I get it. I understand it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but the bathrooms, that's a big part. Like,
I just like to be
I
comfortable.
want access to a bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, if you're planning
We're
on going.
We're not parking a quarter mile away, hiking in with lawn chairs strapped to our back. We're not.
See,
doing
I don't mind.
We're not
like,
doing that right now. At least in this part of
the
town.
access to get there and get out is easy, I'm okay. Like with a little walk. Yeah, but you got to have a porta potty.
I mean, walk is fine. I get it. Like, but like with no plan. Like, let's just wing it. Let's go to the parade and wing it. We're not at that.
No, me neither.
Our kids go to again. It's a bathroom. Like our kids go to the bathroom way too much. And I say my kids.
I was about to say
I go to the
he
bathroom.
absolutely means himself.
It's a hydration
He's
thing.
got the bladder of a 97-year-old.
It's an occupational hazard when you're super hydrated all the time. You pee a little bit.
Alondra, who you going with?
My neighbor.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Let's go.
Hoping to
Going
see
with-
anybody there, or
Let's go, Nate.
I don't know.
just
Maybe
depending on who's out there.
just
All right,
depending who's
cool.
out there. We'll see what happens.
Cool.
You going Sunday too?
Maybe to New Orleans.
Oh,
Sunday.
okay.
Okay, all right.
Your neighbor also.
Maybe.
You're a big
Okay.
All right.
parade gal.
Yeah. All right.
Suddenly. No, I've never been to Spanish Town, so.
Okay.
But
Man, be careful driving to New Orleans because like we went to New Orleans this past weekend. We're going to this. We had a hotel that was kind of over by the casino. We're like right across the street from it.
From the
actually.
Harris?
And we got off on the wrong
Or whatever that is now.
Caesars.
Caesars.
Yeah, we got off on the wrong exit on
Oh,
this side
no.
of St. Charles.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
Yeah, I bet.
It took us like 2.5 hours to get there. I had to reverse on a one-way road.
How do you take a wrong exit?
Well, so the even Waze
saying,
wasn't
like,
caught up. I was looking for like the easiest, fastest way to this hotel because I knew Mardi Gras was happening, and it got me off on a different exit instead of taking me all the way to Chapatulas.
Yeah.
like past St. Charles.
Yeah.
because it hadn't updated. I guess they had just closed the roads down.
I got you.
And Waze hadn't updated to it.
Gotcha.
And it kept telling me to turn. I'm like, I can't turn, bud. I can't turn, bud. Come on, Waze, you're getting turned off. So we had to make our way back. It was just
Yep.
it was rough. So be careful.
All right.
Make sure you check out the parade route before you drive.
When we come back, there is a former LSU defensive starter, multiple year starter, former number 18, that is going to be a part of Lane Kiffin's staff for LSU football. We'll tell you who that is when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommy's with a Y.com, Tommy's Windows, Doors, and yes, also siding. When you go to the website, you'll clearly see the difference. You're able to check out the work that they have done, past client results, a gallery of work, all there at your fingertips, and you see the banners there. That's what LeBron James promised in Miami, but he didn't deliver, but Tommy's does deliver. It's year after year after year, championship after championship there for Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. So go to the website today, G-E-A-U-X, Tommy's with a Y.com, GoTommies.com.
Right? GoTommies.com. Thomas, Windows, Doors, Siding. If you got a project happening, make sure you're working with the best. And, it's a big deal. It's a big decision when you you're building a new house, if you're renovating, if you got to change a bunch of windows or doors. You might call a couple different companies, get some prices, talking about the project. Make sure you're calling Tommy's and talking about the job. Let them show you why they win award after award after award. Go Tommys.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. LSU football makes a move to bring back a former number 18. Former linebacker Greg Penn is going to join Lane Kiffin's staff as a defensive analyst. So shout out to Greg Penn. Always appreciated my conversations with him. Great football mind. I know Blake Baker thinks a lot of Greg Penn. I remember having those conversations with Blake whenever he came back from Missouri and how excited he was to work with Greg Penn. So shout out to Greg. Congratulations to Greg. And anytime you get a chance to have somebody like that, you kind of know what Greg's all about, to be in that room, kind of mentoring some of those young linebackers. I think it's going to be a great move for the staff. And I always appreciate anytime you get a chance to bring back former Tigers to be, on the staff here, because I think we all know they're going to do whatever they can to obviously be successful for their career, but also for their passion for their school. So
yeah, let's go.
Love it.
Love all. I just like when former players come back and start their coaching journey here, and we got a lot of good ones out there following that coaching path right now. So good on you, Lane. Love it. Still don't love the 18, but whatever.
I knew that was coming. I was like waiting for it.
Overrated.
Did they get 15 too this year? Is it probably a kicker? Probably a punter.
It's a little too exclusive.
Maybe the holder, who's also the punter.
Yeah. The holder always wears 15. That'd be fantastic.
That would be right up your alley. All right, hour 3 coming back.
Off the bench.